Hello creatives, welcome back again. So quickly, we'll talk about logo design, and it's important you know what logo design is. First of all, what is logo? Logo is a condensed way or a concise way of representing your company, your organization, in a very simple way to the audience, and also it's a way of making your brand to stand out. For instance, we have MTN, we have Airtel, that's in Nigeria. We have other brands in the telecommunication space, and but just by looking at their logo, you can differentiate them. So that's basically it. And in this tutorial, I'll be showing you the characteristics or the features that a great logo, a logo that will last, should possess. And you agree with me that you don't want to design a logo now and in the next 2 or 3 months you want to change it. Now, I'm not saying that your logo cannot be subject to change, because there are big brands that have over time changed the appearance of their logos, and I will show you as we progress that we have the evolutionary logo design, and we have the evolutionary logo design. Now, the evolutionary logo design is, let me see if I have an example of that here. Okay, I don't have it here. I think I have it somewhere. Let me quickly show you what I mean by that. Okay, by the evolutionary logo design. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is evolutionary logo design. Now, if you look at it, the logo of Shell started in started with a vector format of clamshell. Then in 1904 it migrated to something more detailed. Then 1909, then fast forward to 1999. You see, the only thing they just changed here is they just removed the name Shell, and they just put the icon here. You get there's no visible change to the icon itself. All right, now if you look at it, you see that there's no yes, like I said before, there's no physical you can actually trace everything back to the original logo, the logo that was used from the outset. You get, so this is evolution. Like there's no they didn't deviate totally from the shell. So all the icons, or the icon of the brand is still tied to shell. Just imagine, okay, it becomes revolutionary when let's say they used maybe this is like clamshell, now use a periwinkle shell, or they used what's it called, they use maybe snail shell, you get, to represent their brand. You get, but as it is now, they didn't change, they didn't use another shell. And if you check the logo, the icon here in 1999, it's quite is traceable to, it's connected to 1904. And this 1900 logo icon is still shell, it's still similar to 1999, but just that it's is the top is showing, it's revealing the top part of the clamshell, while this from 1904 to 1999 is showing the abdominal region of the shell, or the abdominal region of the shell. All right, so that's basically it. Now that this is evolutionary, so it's evolving, and I believe the reason why it's evolving because times are changing. And one thing I wanted to understand is that from 1900 to became, okay, from 1900 we have something like a complex and too detailed logo. You get them from then in 1904 they had to tweak it a little bit. Now fast forward to 1995, you see, if you didn't look at it closely, you know that it has this it's quite connected to the clamshell. You get, because I just have to make it unique and not necessarily detail, like not necessarily detail like the, what's it called, like the clamshell you get. So what I need to understand here is that in logo design, sometimes we don't need to be to be too illustrative or too detailed. Just to use an icon, you know. For instance, if I want to design a logo portraying a pregnant woman, I may not have to use a pregnant woman picture. I may just have to use a protruding what's it called, circle, just to depict that this woman is pregnant. You get. Or for instance, okay, let me just come here and maybe just draw something like this. Just draw something like this. Let me just show you something. Just draw a circle like this. All right, now I'm going to remove this, break apart, remove it. All right, now no, okay, now don't worry. So now this is it. So I could actually come like this, maybe create a 2-point line here, and that one down, and that one down like this. I could just make it just maybe simple, just reduce it like this. Now this at first glance may not reveal a protruding belly, but you that design it will know that this is what you created. So you didn't make it too detailed or too illustrative. Just just an icon to capture what your brand is about. You see, and sometimes your logo may not have to do with what you do. So we'll discuss that as we progress. So that just basically it. Now we'll move on to all right. So now the characteristics of a great logo. First of all, it has to be simple. Now I believe the reason why Shell has to adopt a simpler logo over time because as the world evolves, people are craving for more and more simpler logo. There's a need for simple modern logo because the attention of people becoming is reducing, and people don't have time to wrap their head around comprehending what a logo is and the rest. So it has to be simple, and actually from research, simple logos tends to last for long. Now if you look at the Nike logo has been existing for long, and they've not really seen the need to change because it's still serving its purpose, and isn't because it's simple and scalable. Now the scalability has to do with the increase in, like, you can increase it and you can reduce it. Let me show you something here. Okay, let's say this is okay. Now you can increase it this way. Now it's scalable. You can increase it and it still maintain its quality. Then you can reduce it. You see, you can increase and reduce. So this is what scalability means. So your logo should be scalable, all right, and while you are scaling it, it should still maintain its original posture. Everything should be intact. That's why most times your logo should have if you're using lines, or the lines should have the same width, you get. So that, because for instance, now if I make this let's say I make size and proportion. All right, so that's that. So we move on to memorable. That will be memorable. Like I don't know how to explain this better, but it should be memorable. You see, so when you look at it, you'll be able to remember, oh, there's a particular logo that when you look at it, it's actually associated to a particular group of people, in a clan. You get what I mean by being versatile. Now if you zoom closely on this, you see this Coca-Cola. All right, now you can see this is a full logo. Now you can remove the drink here and the Coke and just use Coca-Cola and this swoosh icon. Then you can move on and remove maybe this swoosh and just remove this also and just write Coca-Cola. Then you can move on and just write Coke. So if you use only this, it's still tied to the logo. If you use only this, it's tied to the logo. You see, and if you look at channel, you see this is the icon and the name. Now inside the icon, inside is circle with the name. But here it's just the circle is removed and just the icon. Now here they just replace the C with the icon, and here just the icon alone. So if you use this, at times you can use this. At times you want to use this, so at times we will just use only this. Maybe there's no space, just use the icon alone. All right. So the same thing with Disney, or Disney, and you can use the full name and the castle. And then look at Heineken. So this is the full logo. Then they remove all this embroiderment, and just leave the star and the name. Then you have the star and the name in a simple form. Then this star alone. You see. So this is what we call versatility of logo. Then it has to be distinctive. I believe you understand what I mean by distinctive. So now distinctiveness means it's to be unique, different. All right. So now we have types of logos. We have the word mark, the letter mark, the symbol, and iconic, the abstract, the mascot. I'll show you with examples. Now this is word mark. Word mark is when you use the name of a brand. For instance, Coca-Cola is a word brand logo. It's a word mark logo. It's a logo where the name is used, and it's common in logos it's common with brands that have short name, and they don't want to use icon to represent their brand. They just want to stick to their their name, and they want the name to be on the face of people there. So we have letter forms or letter mark. This one you use just letter to represent your brand. This is McDonald's. Then we have monogram. This monogram is you can also call it letter mark when you use the letter mark. Yeah, when you use the initials of a logo. We have CNN, BBC, and HBO. Then we have symbol, iconic, when you use icon. And then if you look at this is not it's not too detailed, it's not too illustrative. Just looking at it, you know that this is a bird, you get, but it's not detailed, no highball, but by looking at it, you know this is a bird. All right. So you have abstract. Abstract has to do with a logo. It's a logo that has nothing to do with what they do. All right. Just this has something to do with shoe or sport wears. You get this mascot. Mascot is when you use it's like a cartoon. When you use for instance, in the case of KFC chicken, I think Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, the logo is the head of the founder. You see, and this is actually common in some comedians. They use their head, or they use a part of them to create a logo for themselves. Then we have combo. Combo is when you have two or more logo types combined together. In the case of we have it in the case of Amazon logo. I think I should have Amazon logo here. I think we have Amazon logo here. Trying to show you what I meant. Okay, perfect. Now you can see it. Now this is an example of combined logo. Now we have Amazon that's wordmark logo. Then we have this iconic or symbol. Now this symbol that says smile. A to Z means we provide everything from A to Z. Like you can get virtually anything on our platform, and when we deliver to you, we put a smile on your face. Alright, so that's basically it. Now we move on to other examples of logo. You see abstract, mascot, emblem. Emblem is like a badge, and it's common in schools, institutions, sport organizations. You get. Then we have wordmark in case of Google logo, BBC letter mark, then combination. Then this is an example of wordmark. Wordmark. All the logos here are wordmark. All right. Now this is like a combination logo, a combined logo, a combination logo. We have icons and the name of the brand. Then this is a combination logo. Is emblem. This is combination logo. This is iconic. So you know where to put logos now when you see them. All right. So we'll stop here for now. Thank you.